There's lots of recordings about high-level descriptions of IOTA and what kind of use cases you can do on top of IOTA. There's only very little presentations available on the detail, and that also go into detail on how you can do things with IOTA.
I sat up on a balcony and I actually took a picture from up, so I saw the whole audience, and like 2/3 of them had laptops opening, coding.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have such a group of people to listen to the speakers, learn more about the project.
I think it's really exciting.
To build great things, you need an ecosystem of people, and an ecosystem needs leaders and needs inspirers, and that's what's happening tonight.
Well, I guess the most important takeaway for me is seeing everyone who's interested and finding interesting conversation partners, and figuring out how we as the IOTA Foundation can help everyone to achieve what they want to do on top of IOTA, because at the end of the day, IOTA isn't, we're not trying to be the ultimate solution for everything. We're creating a protocol that we're trying to standardize, and there needs to be community members, there needs to be companies, there needs to be everyone else who, at the end of the day, develop solutions that use and employ IOTA at their core.
There were 2/3 of people who were actively coding during the meetup. Well, I think that's amazing.
For example, want to look into the flash channels at home, so yeah, it gives some knowledge to, some information to search on the internet how it exactly works, and to try something with it.
It's not as hard as it looks. I mean, IOTA at its very core is very simple, even though, it's still crypto stuff, blah blah, and there's lots of things you can do, and there's the whole signing schemes and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, if you want to use it just like that, you can always just use it to exchange data, to persist data for a limited amount of time. And I think that story, that use case, is very easy to do even right now.
What we saw in the audience tonight was really interesting. There were several audience members who were actually sometimes more expert than the speaker on stage, and that's great, that's what you want.
Tonight's very interesting. Like the community has been very following me quite closely, and while they have asked detailed questions, there have also been community members who've actually answered some of these questions on my behalf, which was nice to see. It's always good to not be the only source of truth for our statements.
What we say at Blockchanges is the world isn't becoming a better place by talking, but by coding.
We really want companies to start using IOTA to solve their problems. Be that, a car charging station like what Elad is doing here in the Netherlands at the moment, or be that some kind of audit log for monitoring over-the-air updates for specific devices, be that, some control log, be that for buying add-on functionality for products.
The share economy actually is quite advanced in China. Share economy and electronic payment. If you're in China, you can experience that a little bit. You don't need cash. So if you get a really good idea, it can easily expand, and you get volume economy. Yeah, that is an amazing thing. I think most of the people or company outside Chinese market are looking into that. This is a great, huge potential over there, but how are we going to deal with that? So we could be one of the platform or the step stone for those people who want to enter into Chinese market.
What IOTA tries to do is we're trying to create the base protocol, and we're trying to standardize the base protocol that will be used for IoT mesh network communication in the future. So not just coming from a TCP/IP background where you've got your packets that are routed somehow, but we also need to enable machines a very standardized way of exchanging value. You can't just have different companies using different protocols for exchanging value, because then you get a walled garden where you've got some devices that can exchange value with each other, and some others that can exchange value with themselves, but they don't intermesh easily, and you probably need some other solution or whatever. And we're trying to solve this problem by creating a foundation upon which all these companies can build to exchange value between each other.
Normally the tech meetup is a little bit boring, but this is only talking about how you solve problems in some specific scenarios. What are the ideas that could help create value? Maybe make a process simplification or reducing the cost, make a life easier. So I got lots of inspired ideas in those meetups.